everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today I'm going to be testing out some products from Profusion. So I've tried a couple of their products before, and during the coronation in the UK they actually had a sale on, and I was like, you know what, there's a couple of things that I want to pick up, and so I thought I would put them in the video. So the first thing that you kind of get in the box is like the card, which is like a thank you. So again, I've mentioned this so many times, but it's nice when brands have like a thank you note and everything. So I picked up 4 items today, and obviously I'm going to use all of them. The first thing that I have is a foundation. So this is the Flawless 2-in-1 foundation concealer. So I think this is quite new, and they have quite a few shades, which I was very happy to see as well, because there's nothing worse than a brand not having a good selection of colours. And so colours, I meant shades. Shades for obviously foundation. So I got the shade Fair Beige. I also picked out one of their cream blushes. So this is part of their like bubble tea collection, which I didn't think the UK were gonna get, because the US seems to get all of their really good like collaborations and really good like makeup, but the UK site did get a couple of things. So I picked up the Boba blush in the shade Terrific. So I'm really looking forward to using this, because bubble tea is one of my favorite drinks in the whole world, and I don't think they had many other things for this collection. I think they had like a couple of bits here and there, which was a bit sad, but that was what I wanted to try the most. The next thing that I picked up was an eyeshadow palette. So this is, I've tried like their formula of these before, and another shade of this one. I think I tried the red one, but this is the Delightful Dahlia palette. So this is like a gorgeous like blue and green kind of selection, so I'm looking forward to trying that. And then the last thing that I picked up is their soft melt lip cream set. This is part of like their ethereal, I can't even pronounce that word, butterfly collection. So yeah, I picked up some of the lips because I'm really intrigued to see what they're like. So we're going to start off with the foundation. I've used my primer already, so I used the Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face base, which I've been using a lot recently. I'm trying not to use all of it because it is expensive. So now going on to foundation. So like I mentioned, this is I don't know how many shades specifically, but I'll put up a picture just so you guys can have a bit of an idea. So this is the yeah, 2-in-1, and I was just seeing if there was any kind of like what it says it actually does, because I don't know if it's a full coverage, I don't know if it's buildable coverage or anything. It just says shake well and that's it, layer for desired coverage. So let's just kind of give this a shake, because I haven't really done that since I've got it. So yeah, it's a nice kind of packaging. It's kind of like looking like it's kind of like more expensive than it actually is. I'm pretty sure this was like less than £10, so that's a really good start. And I mean, at the time when I made the order, it was like 20% off their website, but I still feel like what I paid for like everything is extremely affordable. So I'm gonna take a sponge because I feel like that's probably gonna give me a better coverage. And yeah, let's hope this is gonna do something, because I mean, the past few foundations that I've been trying is very hit and miss. If you guys have seen any of my videos, then you know, in one of my last ones that I uploaded when I filmed this was my Berry M1, and the coverage on that foundation was pretty terrible, and also the shade selection was really bad as well. I can say that the colour on this one is also pretty terrible. I don't know what it is recently. I have not been able to shade match myself very well. I mean, this is not even that many shades into like the range. I mean, I try and go like the lightest possible. I'm pretty sure I chose like maybe the 3rd or 4th shade, because again, I don't want to be too pale, but then I don't want to be too deep. But then this is coming off very orange, so that is not a good start. I think I might have to add a concealer on top of this to kind of make this work, which is not what I want to do, because essentially this is a 2-in-1. So this is a foundation and a concealer, so you probably can't see it very well on me like filming this, but I'm a very pale person, and this foundation is a little bit deep. And I mean, let's ignore, if we can try and ignore that for 2 seconds, the coverage is looking not too bad. I wouldn't say it is full coverage, because it's definitely not. For someone like me, I need to cover like as much as I can, so my reds and also a couple of bits over here, but I think it's done an okay job. And like up here, I think this is a medium buildable, because it's definitely not like light coverage, it's definitely got some kind of coverage on there, which is fine. I mean, this is very orange, this is not a good shade for me. I mean, this is in the shade beige. I don't know what it is with me recently. I have not had much luck when it comes to foundation. Like even on the sponge, it's very deep. I kind of feel like I need to go in with my own concealer, because even looking on here, like in the actual like bottle itself, it doesn't look too deep at all. But I feel like I need to go off camera and put on my own concealer, and then we'll get on with the rest of the makeup. We made things look slightly better, and actually went in with my Revolution IRL concealer, because I feel like it's a good one to kind of mix in with some of my foundations. So let's go on to the blush, which I think is probably my most excited I am out of all of these, because I mean, if you haven't seen many of my videos, I am a very big fan of blushes, and any excuse I get to get a new blush, I'm very excited about. So I love the shape of this, because it's meant to be, well, I don't know if all their blushes are like this, but they're kind of like bubble-esque, like, you know, the theme is around bubble tea. But yeah, this is in the shade Terrific, and I think there was about 3 or 4 shades, if that, so there wasn't a huge selection. I think one of the other ones might have been like an orange and maybe another shade, and I was like, this is going to be fine for me. It did say on the box to use your fingers to blend in, so I might try that first and then use the sponge to see if it kind of does anything different. But because it's a cream, I don't like using my finger. Whoa, that looks quite pigmented. I'm just gonna blend it in both of my fingers and just tap. And I feel like that is quite nice. Okay, but the thing is, I don't want it to be too crazy, because I want it to be buildable. I don't want just gonna go like with being straight red in the beginning. But this is actually really nice. I think I might try with my sponge, because I feel like we might be able to get maybe something a bit more. I won't be too scared, because I won't be like tapping in too much. Famous last words probably. But I'm just gonna tap it in and blend, because we like to look flushed on my channel basically. Okay, I feel like that's blending out really nicely, because it is obviously a cream blush, and because I haven't set any powder down, I feel like it's worked really well, and it's turned quite pink, which is okay. I mean, I don't really want a blush that's going to be this crazy red on my face anyway, so having something like kind of, you know, blend out softly is very, very nice. I think it is gone on nicely. It's not removed any of my foundation, which is what I like. So I'm actually going to quickly go off camera and set my powder, foundation, and then we'll get on with the eyes. Okay, so let's go on to the eyes, and as usual, I have put on my Urban Decay primer, because it's my savior when it comes to any kind of makeup. So let's go on to the eyes. So like I mentioned, this is the Delightful Dahlia 5 shade palette. So you also get a glitter in this as well. In the last palette that I tried, I didn't use the glitter, because I felt like, I don't know how eye safe it can be, because a lot of palettes these days do tend to have like not safe to use kind of shadows, which is a bit strange. But yeah, they're just really nice named as well, because you've got Rainfall, Dahlia, Bloom, Spring and True. So I'm just going to kind of use as many shades as I can. So I'm going to start off with Bloom, which is a kind of like light purple. I forgot to mention, you also get a really tiny mirror in this. I don't know the purpose of it, like it's not very big, so it's not like the most amazing thing to have. But yeah, I'm going to start off with Bloom on a really nice like fluffy brush by Doll Beauty, and I'm just going to tap off any excess, because I feel like we might make a mess on my face. So let's kind of blend this in and just make it our transition shade. The red palette that I used previously had a really nice formula to it, so when I picked this one up, I was like, you know what, if the formula is the same, I will be quite happy, because they're very pigmented, as you can see, and they're very affordable. I think they're about £4 less, maybe like £4 or £5 if that, and They're kind of reminiscent of the Elf eyeshadow palettes because, you know, small and powerful and very affordable. So let's get this on. Okay, that went on very, very nicely and smoothly. So now we're going to go in with True, which is like a deep blue. So I'm going to try and make that kind of like a wing and see if I can like bring that out without it being too harsh, because I know like purple and blue don't always go very well together, but I felt like if I'm going to use all the shades in this palette, I need to kind of incorporate as much as I can, otherwise it would just be the purple. But I'm just going to blend this up. Okay, so that's gone on not too bad. I mean, I think it's slightly patchy around here, but I feel like if I go in with the next one, it might blend in quite nicely. So I'm going to go in with Rainfall, which is a very light blue. I'm kind of contemplating about going in with this shimmer because I feel like I need a shimmer for the middle, so I might have to give it a go and see if it would do anything, because I don't want it to be like, I like to add a shimmer, and I think with the Spring, which is the white one, I might add that to my inner corner because that will then definitely make the eye pop a bit more. Okay, so I am actually going to try it now. So let's go with Dahlia, which is this glitter. I'm taking a flat brush. I'm not going to add a kind of any kind of setting spray or anything onto the eyes because I just want to see if it will work just kind of by itself. It's very crumbly because it's kind of, you've got to be very careful with these ones, so let's hope it's not going to do anything. So let's just tap. Whoa, that's very glittery. Just tapping it in. It's got like a kind of duochrome feel to it with like a blue and green, which is nice. I just am quite like, I'm just hoping that it's not going to hurt my eyes. Okay, it's kind of a bit of a mess because it's kind of not in like, when you use glitters, I feel like they all kind of stay together, where this is kind of like all over the place, which is okay, I guess. But let's just go on to Spring now. So that is the white shimmer, so I'm going to use that as an inner corner. Oh my god, these are crumbling. So be very careful when you use these because they are quite messy. So I'm just going to add that to my inner corner. That is very nice. It's got like a purple shift to it, which is what I like, because I mean, it's nice to have an inner corner that's going to be popping. That's all I'm going to use on the eyes today because I feel like I've used every shade and that's probably as best as I might get with my skill set. So let's end on the lips. So like I mentioned, I got the soft matte cream set, so you get 3 shades. I forgot to open the box. Set, you get 3 gorgeous shades. You get a nice deep kind of purple, which is in the shade Graceful. You also get a kind of brownie nude tone, which is called Delicate, and then this one here, which I feel like I might have to use today, is called Alluring. So according to the box, they're meant to be like a soft cream that will last all day, and I was like, okay, let's have a look, because I mean, I won't try this on for all day because I'm only gonna keep it on for a little bit and then take it off, but I will test it maybe when I go to work, because I end up wearing my makeup for like maybe 10+ hours and I need to see if it does the job. So let's go in with this, and oh, it's a very like long applicator, which is fine, so let's just get this on. Well, that's gone on very, very nicely, and I think even with the doe foot, because it's quite bendable, it's easy to kind of wrap around the lips, and it is very pigmented. I might wait a minute to see if it will settle down, but this is my finished look. Let me know what you guys think, because I mean, again, I've only tried like 4 products, but they've all been like here and there, especially like the foundation. If it matched me, it would be very nice. I mean, I will probably still use it because even though the shade doesn't work, concealer is always there to help. And one of my friends did mention about getting lightning drops or something, and I've used them in the past and they don't tend to do much. I guess it depends on the ones that I have tried. Eyeshadow palette is very nice. I mean, is it my favorite eyeshadow palette ever? Definitely not. I mean, like I mentioned, Elf ones, they're like £4, even more affordable than these, and the pigment on them are just slightly better, especially like that glitter shade. I'm a bit unsure. I mean, the blush is very nice. It's very buildable, so if you don't want anything too crazy straight away, it's blendable and it's cream. So I mean, cream products are like really up my street at the moment. And then the lip product so far, let's see, this is, I mean, it's still drying down slightly, so it's not like super fast at drying, but I feel like it will settle down, and it probably is, I mean, it's very comfortable, so I definitely recommend it. Especially the kit is very affordable as well if you want 3 lipsticks. So yeah, this is my finished look. Let me know if you guys have tried Profusion at all, or recently, or if you're gonna try them, because again, very affordable, and they do have some really nice products. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.